Welcome to Love Bytes, the show where we debug romance. Now, I am not a doctor. I am not a psychiatrist.
I am not a patient.
I don't have a degree in sociology or psychology, but what I do have is wealth of experience and a sincere desire to help you. Because sometimes love can get messy. And sometimes, if you're not careful, love bites. Hi guys, welcome to the show. That is the best intro ever, and it never changes. Our guest for today is the man himself, Ryuzilla. How are you doing, man?
Doing well, Neil. Doing well. How you doing, man?
I am doing good. So, Ryan, one of the things we like to have all our guests do is explain to us what your qualifications are. Tell me exactly how many doctorates do you have in fixing people's relationships?
I have 3, if you count my PhD from Johns Hopkins in loveology.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, I'm quite well versed. I've talked to at least 2 girls in my life.
Oh, wow.
So
That itself might as well be a PhD.
mhm.
You know?
Yeah, well, that's those are the 2
Okay.
plus
Wow.
the Johns Hopkins, of course. So
Super
yeah,
solid.
Yeah, totally qualified, man.
Totally good. It's about time we have a qualified guest on this show.
Indeed. Have you ever had a guest that's talked to at least 2 females before?
Well, we've had a couple of girls on the show, so those don't really count. I mean,
Yeah.
that's cheating, you know. It's like being a
Yeah.
Korean and playing StarCraft, you know.
That doesn't really count.
It doesn't really count. So that's what we got.
All right.
So
awesome.
let's do our first question here. First question
Okay.
from our anonymous writer/caller, and it goes: So I've had a crush on my best friend since we met each other, and it quickly became to a in love kind of thing after a year into our friendship. I made a move and got rejected, but we stayed friends, and I feel I should have just left because I still love her. So for another 2.5 years, I still love her, and maybe have one crush on another girl that passed quickly. So I just stayed in this friendship, still loving her, while knowing full well nothing will ever come of it. My God, you should next time cut that up into multiple sentences and not one run-on
Yeah.
sentence again. Stay in school, guys. It really helps with communications.
All right.
Anyway, well, we did become sort of make-out buddies or something. We had a fling a few times, but nothing about love from her side. Anyway, after thinking about it for 3.5 years and feeling jealous and really depressed while she talked to other guys, I had enough and decided this friendship isn't healthy for me, and she has been in a relationship with my best friend for 2 years of our friendship, and after 3.5 years into our friendship, she went into another relationship with another guy, and I knew I couldn't handle it, so I decided to leave our friendship. This happened 3 days ago. This was sent 7 days ago, so this happened 10 days ago today.
Okay.
So now I don't know how to get back into the dating life. Getting over her, trying to approach other girls, all of that, just talk to the girl you like won't work now, and I just don't know how to get over my stupid decision of staying and getting hurt because of it, and now really scared trying to approach another girl just because I might get hurt again. Well, I can't explain. Can't explain for shit, but I hope you understand my question. Ryan, this poor guy, he's been pining for a girl for 3.5 years, and she's been dating his best friend for 2 of them. He's finally given up on her. How does he get back into girls?
Okay, so first thing I'll say is like, what was it? He had a thing for this girl like 3 years or something.
Yeah.
3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Okay, so if you make your intentions known and then it doesn't happen within a reasonable timeline, and 3.5 years is not a reasonable timeline, then you gotta move on.
Yeah.
So I'll just say that like first and foremost, but like to get back into the dating scene, the first thing you have to do is get over this girl, because even though you didn't date her, you have a thing with her. You have like whatever you have, love from afar, or whatever you want to call it. Like you have a thing for her, so get over this girl. You know, give yourself some time. So 10 days after you haven't been in a relationship with this girl for 3 years, but you've been about this girl for 3 years or however long it's been, give yourself some time. 10 days isn't enough. So, you know, let like some months pass. Just have fun and, you know, get back into it once you're over this girl. But you need to cut off this whole, like, you know, deal with the the past female.
Yeah, I would say that right now you don't want to be looking for a relationship. You are in probably a pretty fucked up state right now, and if you're out there looking for a girl, all the girls are gonna smell it on you. Like we emanate a stench of desperation when we are looking for girls. That is, turns everyone off around us. So I would say, buddy, your best bet here is ignore the girls. Don't screw, but forget them. You don't want to be with girls right now. You go out there and you improve your own life. Go. What do you want to do? Like go to the gym, work out, or get really fucking good at a video game, or go do something that makes you happy for yourself. And then when you're like out of this mindset, when you're like being productive about your own life, then the people will start being more receptive to you, and then you can be like, all right, now 6 months later, or 3 months later, or a year later, now I'm ready to like approach these things because I'm happy where I am. Because you have the smell of a broken-hearted man on you, and that is toxic to relationships.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like there's like a trend here, like people getting friend zoned or getting whatever zoned. Like, I don't know, man. Just like after a couple months, you got to realize you can't let it get that far. Really, if she's clearly not interested. I know that like she made out with you, so it blurred the lines a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, that's a hard thing to say, but you can't. You don't want to be in the position where you're pining after someone for 3.5 years, especially when they're dating your best friend for 2 of them. Like, that's an unhealthy place to be.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get out of there ASAPly. All right, you ready to do the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hey, Neil and guest. My girlfriend and I want to have a three-way. How the hell do we find a third person? I'm a 19-year-old in college, if that information is of any use to you. Also, an update on an earlier question I asked, just in case you were wondering. A bit ago, I sent in a question where I asked about how I could get my girlfriend to at least try watching/playing StarCraft. A few days before this, I had actually just found your channel. I ended up watching a bunch of Love Bytes. In the same conversation with her, I told her about the show and how awesome it was. Well, she decided to check it out for herself and just happened to watch the episode where you were answering my question. She recognized that the question was asked by me, and so for my birthday, she gave me a redeemable certificate for a session of doing StarCraft stuff. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
So your advice ended up not being needed, but thanks to your show, that she ended up giving me the certificate. Thanks. Cool. So a guy, 19, in college, wants to have a three-way. Ryan, you are the expert on this. How do you find another person?
I think the key is like you have to like make sure that your girl is okay with it. I think if you value the relationship over having the three-way. Because there's a lot of potential problems there. But anyway, so you make sure that your girl is okay with it, and then you
How do you find a person?
I don't like a mutual friend. So the scenario that I'm playing out in my mind is another female, but
Right.
you just find a mutual friend, maybe one of her friends. Maybe if like it's another girl, you get your girlfriend to approach the situation. Maybe they feel more comfortable with a girl asking instead of a guy. I don't know. It's kind of like a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Even if somebody wants to do it, it's hard to admit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know.
I was hoping you could fill up more time because I have no idea how to say what to do with this.
I've never had a three-way personally, so like I'm not speaking from experience here. I've never even tried any of that. So like it's either you like pick somebody who you just feel like is really big on sexual experimentation, and then just ask them straight up, or if the person is more reserved, then maybe get your girl to broach the subject or.
Yeah. But I definitely think you should have like a conversation about expectations, because you don't want to like hop into the three-way and then you're like, oh my god, new girl, this is fun, and then your girlfriend feels left out, and then afterwards your girlfriend's like, what the fuck, you spent the entire time with her and this is supposed to be us doing this thing, so I would have a long conversation about expectations going into this and maybe setting some ground rules like, okay, during the three-way, we're going to like focus on you, or we're going to focus on me, or we're both going to focus on this other person. Like, make sure that you don't piss anyone off, unless you guys are, already have that sort of communication shit down.
Right. I
Finding
mean,
yeah,
I can very easily see a situation where the girl's like, yeah, I'm cool with it, and then it actually goes down, and all sorts of jealousy issues and things like that arise from it. But the question's about how to find the girl, and
yeah.
find them together, maybe.
I mean, my theory crafting here is, your girlfriend picks three optional people, and then you get like to final pick, or you get to veto options there. So that way, there's no like, oh, I want to have a three with these three girls, or how should I say? If you're going to add a girl, your girlfriend gets to pick candidates. You get to veto candidates. If you're going to bring in a guy, you get to pick the guys. She gets to veto candidates. That way, you both get a say, but that way, it still is a nice safe ground, and you're not picking girls, and your girlfriend is like, what the fuck? Why do you want her, huh? And then someone has to go and ask, man.
Yeah.
Someone has to walk up to them and be like, yo. So
Right.
as Ryan said, find people that are interested in sexual exploration. Hopefully people that aren't into, what do you call it? Injected drugs? What's the term for that? Just,
I don't know.
yeah. Be careful. Have fun. Stop
I
bragging
like-
on the internet.
I like your suggestion. Like, let the girl pick out potential girls, or whatever, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
The veto thing seems like it would eliminate some of the jealousy issues. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just I'd say just like broach the subject, like talk about threesomes in general. Like, how do you say you're at a party or whatever, and you're talking, and you're like, how do you feel about threesomes? Or you start talking about it in a generalized sense, see how they feel about just the topic, and then get into specifics from there.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Parties is a good way to do it. People have had like a little bit to drink. Oh yeah, we're thinking about doing a threesome. Have you ever done? Oh yeah? Would you like to be invited in? You want to do it? No? Okay, cool. Whatever. We're just drunk. Haha, didn't even mean it. Joking. It
Yeah.
gives you a nice easy out, but a good way to probe for information.
Yep.
I dig it.
Yep. Probing is a good tactic. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Okay.
Hey Neil, an obviously qualified guest. I am 18 years old and I have pretty much no experience with the female gender. I still haven't even kissed a girl. However, recently through university, I found someone I did kind of like and thought she might have liked me, but I don't really know the signs, so I asked her out. Her response was no and that she wanted to stay friends. I was displeased, but I was alright with it, and I still like her as we talk and interact, and I grow to like her more through various... Wait a minute, hold on. I still liked her, and as we talk and interacted, I grew to like her more. And through various reactions, I began to think that maybe she does like me or something, or is she just being friendly? One example, and I might be reading in too much, is I asked her out, and I referenced it as a date, and she was pretty much like, yeah, sure, but I don't know if she thinks it might hold some meaning to it. It might hold the same meaning I meant to hold. Although, then again, it might be overthinking that one. So I asked, what should I do? I'm meeting up with her that weekend. Should I try anything, hold hands, or whatever the kids do these days, or just give up and move on? Very sorry for any more spelling and grammar mistakes. This is not one of my strong suits. Clearly. It's okay. All right. Asked a girl out. She said no. Asked her out again. She said sure.
So, I mean, there's like a lot of ambiguities in this question, and I feel like the way this message is being delivered, I don't know, but the way I read the situation is he asked her out, she said no. She was very clear about her intentions, and then there are girls that like have a hard time saying no to people, even if they feel like the answer is no, and there are times where like, the guy keeps being insistent, or is their friend and they don't want to lose the friendship, and so there's like a reluctant yes that comes in, or something like that, whatever. Regardless, like if she says no, I would probably just move on, honestly. I mean, he could try again, but when he was like clear about his intentions, she said no. Like it was like pretty cut and dry. And then like some vague shit happened
Yeah.
after that. And the vague thing is usually interpreted by the guy as, oh, maybe she likes me even though she said no,
Yeah.
and the girl is like, okay, he is trying to be my friend again. And so there's like some mixed signals going on, or like one person thinks one thing, the other person thinks the other thing.
Yeah.
But when in reality, she's just not that into you, dude.
I would say it's wishful thinking, thinking that she wants to be with you, or possibly maybe she's changing mind, whatever. Just be friends with her or don't be friends with her, but stop thinking about her as a possible relationship, like romantic relationship, and move on. You know, it sucks, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to all of us.
I feel like a lot of people tend to get attached before there is even a relationship that happens,
Yeah.
it's that's what creates these situations. Like, I understand the whole thing, like you date a friend that you've known for a long time, but a lot of times in those situations they just want to remain friends. So you can't really get, if you let yourself get romantically attached before she's actually into it, then it just makes the situation a lot harder.
Yeah. Seriously. Don't don't fall in love before you're in a relationship. That's the best advice. All right, moving on up. Moving on up. Next question. I've had an issue with my exes watching only one type of porn. One would watch, one would only watch black girl porn. The other one would only watch white girl with fake red hair porn. I fall into neither category. I'm not sure how I should feel about this. Do you have any thoughts?
Are they watching it together?
I don't think so. I think it's, she's getting together with a guy, and then it finds out during the relationship that the guy's like, oh yeah, I pretty much just like watch this type of porn. And she's like, oh,
Oh,
well, I'm
okay.
not that type of porn. What the fuck? Don't worry about it, dude.
Um, wait, is a girl sending this question in, or is it
I assume it's a girl sending in this question
about the guy?
about
Okay,
the
got
guy
it.
she's dating. That's my
Um,
assumption.
I would say don't sweat it.
So
I find all different kinds of girls attractive. Like my girlfriend has brown hair, but I think blondes and redheads are also attractive, or whatever. Like all kinds of girls can be attractive. If you're attractive, you're attractive. So if a guy likes like one thing, like whatever, you guys can find tons of different things attractive.
yeah, yeah. Don't, I mean, I pretty much only watch tranny dungeon porn, right? But my girl's not a tranny, and we don't have a dungeon,
Yeah.
so
My subscription just ran out on trainingdungeonporn.com, so I can't watch it anymore. It was getting too expensive. But
yeah, yeah. I,
if you could give me your password after the show, so
after when we're off air,
get
totally.
back on.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent.
Yeah, whatever. Guys watch porn, and I'm sure girls do too. And don't look into it too much. It's just kind of whatever. Like, porn is not the same thing as like actual intercourse, and they fill different voids. Like when you want to have sex with a girl, it's very different than sitting and watching porn. So
Mhm.
don't sweat it. It's really means nothing. We got you covered, bro. So,
Yeah. Delete your browser history, dude.
next question. Hi. I asked you a question before about a girl, and since I'm in high school, you said it was easy. It's easy to start a conversation. You can just approach and ask about homework, classwork, etc. My question is, what should you do when you have interest in someone, I guess, but don't have any classes anymore, but also don't really know her friends either? Well, especially in my case where I've only been in town for 2 years. What is the best way to approach this? Because it seems weird to me to walk up in the hallway in the morning when she's around her friends and just start up a conversation. All right. So you go to school with this girl, you don't have any classes with her anymore, and you're not friends with her friends, and you're not really friends with her, but you like her. You walk up to her in the morning when she's talking with her friends, and you be like, "Hi, Betty, how's it going?" Blah blah blah, and you just join their conversation. If they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Just talk. That's how you like. Isn't that Ryan? How do you talk to a girl?
Yeah, you do talk to a girl. Although, like when you're younger, I could see it being more awkward. So I would say like just wait until she's more alone, like transitional classes or something, instead of just going up with her and her friends. Especially if like you're not super confident about going up and walking up to her anyway because you're asking this question. So I would say getting her alone would be the best. And then you just go up and talk to her and be I'm all about brutal honesty. Like in all my relationships, like my current relationship, I'm super honest. I told my girlfriend on our first date, like, I play a shitload of video games and this is what my life is like. Like, so just be super honest about you know your intentions. Throw a little small talk in there at the beginning, and yeah, if
Yeah,
she says yes, then great. If not, then move on.
yeah. I literally just walk up to her. Maybe not when her friends are around, but you pass in the hall and she's like, "Oh, hi, Karen," and she's like, "Oh, hi, George." And you're like, "Yeah, how's it going?" Blah blah blah, and then you just start talking about things. Maybe have a topic in mind when you approach her,
Hmm.
but if you can't talk about classes, maybe you can talk about some interesting event that happened at school, or maybe there's a school game that's going on, or maybe you guys both have a teacher, the same teacher, but you don't have the same class with the teacher or whatever. I don't know. Like, there's a million things that people talk about in high school, right? Just pick one of them.
I agree. Having something in common, it lets the conversation flow a lot
Yeah.
more easily.
And I actually really liked your suggestion about doing it in between classes because that way you can just pop over and talk to her for a minute, 2 minutes, and be like, all right, well, I got to go to class. See you later. It gives you like a nice, easy out if things get awkward, and it doesn't like prolong the conversation too long. And you can kind of get to know her that way. Talk to her a
Right.
few times there, and then after you know 2 or 3 days of talking to her in the hallway between classes, then you're like, hey, do you want to go get lunch today at lunch? Or hey, do you want to like go out for blah blah blah? Or I'm going to a movie with some friends. Then you start moving forward.
I agree. The in between classes thing gives you a really good exit strategy, and it takes the pressure off of the conversation. So you approach her and say something like, I've only got a minute because I've got to go to Bob Smith's science class or whatever. And then you tell her
You pop the
what you want to
question.
say.
You get down on one knee and you ask her if she
Yeah.
will play Halo with you.
And then if she knows the conversation's only going to last a minute, then she's not going to feel the pressure of like, you know,
Hmm.
is this going to be a long drawn out thing or whatever?
Yeah, it's legit. That's why we have qualified people who have actually talked to girls come onto the show.
Yep, I
Yeah.
have. I have.
All right, here we go. Next question. Hello, Neil and Ryan. I usually ask a question almost every week, but I'd like to ask advice on starting conversations. I always overthink situations and usually end up not starting the conversation. Any advice on how to start a conversation without it having be awkward? Well, I think just in general, starting a conversation with a girl, I think everything we just said still applies. Just have a
You
topic in
can
mind and
you can literally say it like it. In my opinion, it's more about how you say it than what you say, and you can say whatever you want. Like I'll tell you the first thing I said to my girlfriend. So we went to middle school together, and we rode the same bus to middle school. I went to a magnet school, so it was like a 30-minute bus ride, and we weren't really friends in middle school at all. I was kind of like a dickhead, and she was like a nice girl. So, and like years later, so we both went through high school, didn't ever talk to each other. Both went to college, uh, didn't ever talk to each other, and then I just messaged her one day and I said, "You used to ride my bus." That's what I said. Like just very simple, and just started talking from there. You can really, I mean, that's not even like a sick pickup. It's not even a pickup line. It's just
no.
you used to ride my bus, and then we just started talking, and that
And did
was
she
it.
recognize you from that?
Oh yeah, she remembered who I was. She said, "Yeah, I remember you from science class. You used to throw paper balls at me." And I said, "Well, I don't remember that, but it sounds like you deserved it. That's what I said. So
Boom.
I go into the shit talking like instantly when I talk to girls, usually right off the bat. But
Nice.
yep,
Nice.
yep.
Well, girls don't take guys that throw balls at you, because yeah, you'll end up with someone like Ryan.
Exactly.
All right, next question. God, all the same questions today. How do I approach a girl I like but I've never talked to, but also would like to get to know her? From Anonymous.
Wait, ask that again.
How
Sorry.
do I approach a girl I like but have never talked to, but would also like to get to know her?
Um, shit. I wish I could talk to this person to know more.
Yeah. I am. What we were just talking about. Really, you don't really know her. You walk up to her and be like, "Hey, you're Catherine, right? Hey, I'm George. Uh,
Right.
how's it going?" And then she'll be like, it's going fine. How are you?" And you're like, "That's cool. You seem like a cool person. Do you want to go get lunch?" And then she'll be like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, seriously, I don't know you, but you seem pretty cool. Do you want to go get lunch?" And then she's like, "Okay." And then you guys go get lunch, and then you get to know each other, and you ask about her day and ask about her life. And I mean, if you literally say, "I don't know you very well, but you seem cool. I'd like to get to know you," who's going to
Mhm.
turn that down? That's like such a non-offensive, easygoing. I don't know. It would work on me.
Yeah, you could either go that way or like if you don't know this girl at all and you've just seen her and you like her, it just means you're attracted to her. So you could just go up and tell her you think she's attractive. That could work too.
Yeah, a lot of things could work. There you go. There you go, George. Next question from Next George. Hi, Neil and guest. I'm a 15-year-old boy who has an identical twin. We are almost the same person, not only in appearance but also in the mind. We say the same thing at the same time sometimes, and we have mostly the same opinions. Although we look the same and we speak the same, he has always been larger, better at math, better at games, and has more friends than me. I feel like a fucked up clone of him, and I can't help compare everything about myself to him. The thing is that I know the answer. I'm good at things I can't compare to him, like Photoshop, but feel that everything I have better at is worth 1 point, but everything he has is worth 1,000 points. Why? What should I do to convince myself not to compare myself to my brother? Sorry for all the grammatical in this email.
Sure.
All right, 15-year-old boy, identical twin. You feel like your identical twin is just better than you at everything. Like all the things that he's good at are worth more points than the things that you're good at.
I
How
would
do-
imagine that like what he's probably referring to like stereotypical things. So like maybe
Yeah.
his brother's good at sports and he's good at video games or something like that. Like
Yeah.
what you need to do is if you like the things, okay, so you should never be ashamed about liking the things that you like. And if you are good at those things, then you should be proud of it, regardless of like if it's not, if you're good at games instead of football or whatever, like you should just be happy with that because that's what you like to do. So just be real with yourself. Don't worry about that other shit, and like the stuff that you like. And then if you become proud of that, then you won't feel the need to compare. I don't think.
Yeah. You list the example of things you're good at as Photoshop. Well, throw yourself into Photoshop. Become really fucking good with Photoshop, and so then you can produce all these things, and then you're just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm awesome with this." And then your brother's probably gonna be like, "Damn it, my twin brother George is really fucking good at making things in Photoshop, and all I can do is kick around this lousy soccer ball." Man, like be passionate about the shit you care about, and forget who gives a shit what your brother's good at. I mean, I grew up living in my older brother's shadow. My dad was always like, "Neil, you got to go into wrestling. Your older brother was a wrestler and really good at that." So I always felt like I was being compared to him. And eventually I was like, "Screw that. I just like playing video games and, doing this." So then I went and did my own things, and, you know, you just do it. Do your own shit. Don't care. Don't worry about your brother.
Another thing is like if your brother is good at something that you want to be good at, and is your twin brother, then you're probably like I would imagine you're pretty close. Just tell him that you admire that he's good at X, and ask him to give you some pointers or teach you or something.
Yeah. Solid. All right, moving on. Oops. Hey Neil, I'm currently in a relationship with a hardcore Christian girl. Pretty simple question. Excuse me. How can I convince her that premarital sex is fine? I don't really need to, as the relationship is fine as it is, but it'd be a huge plus if things got more interesting. We're both age 17. How do you convince a girl to go against her ideology so you can have sex with her? You don't. That's a dick thing to do. If she's like, I don't believe in premarital sex, and you're 17 and you're like, come on, baby, I want to get laid. Let's bone. How do I convince you to bone? Like, it sounds like maybe she's not the right girl for you.
I was gonna say just send her a dong pic to entice her, but not really though. I agree with Neil. Like, if somebody doesn't want to have premarital sex and you do, then if that's a deal breaker, then you need to eject now.
Yeah.
If it's not a deal breaker, and then I mean, she probably made that known about herself early-ish on in the relationship, and so you either need to eject or deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, you can also sit down and have like a conversation with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't believe in premarital sex." Then you can have the like, "Well, why not? Tell me your views on this subject. I'd like to learn more about them." And then actually like have her walk through her reasonings for believing the things she believes in. And if you feel like she's making some logical fallacies there, if she's like, "I believe in no premarital sex because my dad told me it will kill me," then you'd be like, "Oh, well, maybe blah blah blah." But she's like, "Oh, I don't believe in premarital sex because it goes against my beliefs and teachings." Then you're like, "Well, I certainly can't change that shit. Like that's core to your person. And if all I care about is getting laid, I wouldn't try and change that about you. I can go get laid by someone else." So then you leave her for someone who is willing to bone you.
Yes, Tim, I meant eject figuratively. The chat's cracking me up. There's been like a lot of somebody in chat said like loopholes. I've heard from different people the different kinds of loopholes that they come up with to get around like the whole like religion and premarital sex thing, and like it's just dumb.
But those are like the loopholes that people will come around on their own. Like if she doesn't want premarital sex, but she wants it to, she's looking for a loophole, she'll come up with a loophole. Like you won't need to find a loophole for her if she wants, if that's what she's going for. I had a friend who was dating this girl who was like, "Oh no, totally cannot have sex. It goes against everything I believe. But anal's totally fine. We can do that whenever you want." And he came to me this one day being like, "What the fuck?" Right? I was like,
yeah.
Clearly she wants to have sex, but she feels uncomfortable with the actual blah blah blah. So if your girl's not already at that point, eject now or expect to never have sex until you marry her. Also, don't expect to marry her. Because you might not.
Yeah. I mean, how old did they say they were?
I just closed the tab. I think you said 17? 17.
You got a long road ahead of you, bro.
Yeah. If sex is what you need before marriage, you are with the wrong girl. All right. Moving on from... they didn't sign it, so I don't want to say their name, but their name's pretty funny.
Okay.
Hi, I have a question for you. I am bisexual, and there is a woman I have gotten to know over the last few weeks. I want to take things more seriously, but I don't even know if she's open to a relationship with another girl. Our friendship is pretty flirty at times, but I don't know if this is her trying to give me a hint or not, since she is very open about her previous romantic life anyway. I was wondering if you could think of any subtle ways to bring this up to her. Well, I'm not a girl who's ever hit on a girl before, and I've never hit on a guy before. And I figure in the world, what's the acronym? Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual world, it can be very difficult to find people to hit on and stuff. Ryan, you've had experience hitting on guys before, right? You've slept with a couple of guys. How do you find the right guys? How do you do this?
It's mainly just throwing paper balls at them, waiting for them to respond, and then telling them they deserved it. The same thing works for guys, man, as does for girls. Yeah.
I don't know.
Seriously, like I feel like the answer to a lot of these questions are just go for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the answer to life, really.
I know next to nothing about the LGBT or whatever community.
There we
I don't
go.
know that much, but I assume that it's much the same in terms of like if you're attracted to somebody, then the same rules apply as in like heterosexual encounters. So like you're
Why
attracted to
wouldn't they?
them,
Yeah.
so go for it.
Yeah, you might want to start by having a conversation with her sometime and be like, you know, I'm bi, right? And she's like, oh yeah, I totally know. You're like, oh cool. You know, have you ever been interested in girls? And then she'll be like, oh yes, I have been, or no, I haven't been. And then if she says yes, then you're like, cool. Well, I think you're kind of cute. You want to make out some? And then she's like, yeah, let's make out some. Or if she's like, no, yeah, oh, you're bi, that's cool. No, I've never really been into girls. I've always been into guys. And you're like, okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. And then you move on, you know? You play it, you know, look for the information, see if it's available. You don't have to make it awkward, but you just have a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, you know I'm bi. I've hit on guys all the time. You know that about me, right?
I saw it firsthand at MLG Anaheim. Yeah,
Right,
totally.
yeah. You ever been interested in dudes before?
Yep.
Yeah? Cool. You want to go butt fuck?
That's usually how I like whenever I express interest in a girl or something, like I just tell them that they're cute and then they're like, yeah, let's go make out right now. That's usually the response that I hear. It's pretty commonplace.
You know, well, that's because you're so damn attractive.
Yeah,
For the rest of us mortals, you know, it doesn't always work that way, but
exactly. Well, Bono gave me the good genes, so
step one, be attractive. Oh. All right, boom. Next question. Hi. I have trouble. I'm sorry. I've been having trouble with this girl that's really into me. She's tried asking me out multiple times, but clearly saw my disinterest in dating her, but she keeps on trying. She's pretty, but she's just not my type, and we really don't have anything in common. What should I do? Ryan?
so there's a girl who's into you, and she's attractive, but you're not interested in dating her.
He didn't say she was attractive. Oh, she's pretty, but she's just not my type, and we don't have anything in common. I don't want to date her. What should I do? Just boom, flat out. You're nice. I don't want to date you.
I would say like that is one option, and another option is you could go for just a hookup situation, perhaps.
But what if she's looking for romance?
Well, that's what I'm saying is you go in and you say, I find you attractive, but I'm not looking for a relationship right now, but I find you attractive. And so, you could go for that. And if she's not into that, then you don't try to make her do something that she's not into. But if she's into it, then, you could go for that angle.
I'm just worried that she might say she's into it when she really wants something more, and then it kind of becomes like a clingy relationship.
Right. But if that happens, it's like, that's
Well,
kind of her fault.
That's,
Like,
that's true. That is her fault, but
if
you
she's
still have
not-
to
if
live with
she's
the
not honest-
consequences.
Well, the consequences are like, okay, so say you hook up, you made your intentions clear, then you hook up, and then she keeps calling you, and then you just start ignoring them, or you tell her like, look, I was very clear beforehand. I mean, the consequences aren't that bad. The consequences come up when people keep replying, even though they say, because they like the attention.
Yeah.
Even though they say that they're being a clinger, like usually it's because they keep replying and sending mixed signals. If you're very clear about it, then it's not going to happen.
Boom. Done. I don't think there's anything else to do that one. I think we're solid. Oh, wait. I changed my mind and would appreciate if you deleted that. Sorry. Well, maybe you shouldn't send questions and then change your mind, buddy.
What happened?
I don't know. I got an email saying I changed my mind and would appreciate that you deleted it.
The one we just answered?
I don't know. Some previous question we answered earlier.
God. Whoops. Sorry, bro.
I won't say which one because apparently it's embarrassing, but
Okay.
too late, man. Too late. Here we go. A friend of mine is single and happy. He stays this way because he's sleeping with a married woman. He hooks up with her anytime. He hooks up with her anytime she calls, like that song from The Offspring, Self-Esteem. I think it's super sad that he has so much sex but isn't getting much emotionally. What should I do, or do I just let him do his business? That's none of your business. If he's boning a married woman and he's happy with it, then he's happy with it. If he's not happy with it, then talk to him about it. But why should you get involved in his love life?
I agree. The only place, the only time I would step in is if your friend is doing this, but he's like clearly emotionally distraught about it or something like that. But if he seems happy, I agree, just stay out. If he seems like super distraught, then just offer him, you're his friend, tell him if you want to talk about this thing that's going on, then, if he takes you up on it, then give your opinion. But if not, stay out.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the sort of person that doesn't really want to connect with anyone emotionally at that level right now. Like maybe he isn't looking for emotion like a committed relationship. Some people are like that. Some people
Right.
really just want to sleep around and have fun. And if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. That's life.
Yep. It also creates a gray area if the dude knows the wife and he like knows the couple that's being cheated on. That creates like a really weird situation too. But I assume he doesn't know them.
Girl issue is the title of this question. Have you ever fapped and got too lazy to wipe and then accidentally put your hand on your chin/face as you go back to browsing Reddit or something and you get a bit of it of yourself in your mouth? Is the entire question.
That happened like I did that about 2 minutes ago. That just happened to me. So
I
yeah,
mean, I did it during roleplay.
it happens.
Yeah. I mean, what do you
And
think
the thing is they sell mouth wipes at the store for this exact issue.
Hawthorne wipes?
Yeah, for when you get the quote is the slogan is for when you get a little bit of yourself in your mouth. That's like what they're for. So yeah.
We can all thank Shindigs for the troll question.
Indeed.
Good troll question, Shindigs. We appreciate that.
Yep.
Jackass. Hey, Neil and guest. I happen to have a very bad problem, and that is becoming attached without even having a form of a relationship. We were just talking about that. Is there any way not to get attached or obsess over these things?
Can you say that question again?
Hey, Neil and guest. I happen to have a very bad problem, and that is being attached without ever having a form of a relationship. Is there a way to not get attached or obsess over things? Like he gets really attached to girls he's not in a relationship with, or with guys, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say be more active, have more interests and activities. Like I I don't know for sure, but if you're obsessing about like a girl that you have no relationship with, then it's likely that there's lots of things in your there's lots of things missing from your life. You're not engaging in whatever else would fulfill you, so you're filling that with a girl that you have a crush on from afar or something.
Yeah. Just I don't know. when you find yourself being like, oh, she's cute, immediately walk up and be like, hi, do you want to go out? Like, I mean, not in a creepy way, but you immediately approach the subject. You don't sit back and keep looking and watching and then getting attached. When you feel that initial urge of attraction, do something about it. I think the getting attached without having a relationship comes from sitting back and thinking and watching and not. It comes from a lack of action. Also, good things for this is change your lifestyle to be more busy. Because if you are really, really busy all the time, you don't have time to like lay in bed and be like, oh yeah, Jeanette from The Office. She's so lovely. I wish I could. And then thinking about her and then getting all these weird attachments. If you're really fucking busy and you come home and then you're like, oh my god, I just need to watch some TV and chill out or play some StarCraft and chill out. And then you don't have time to think about these crazy things. So work
Seriously
harder.
though, Jeanette from The Office is really hot, so I don't really blame him on that one. But other girls, I agree with the advice.
Yeah. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Dear Love Bites, firstly, I am from Scotland, so sorry if you can't understand any of the words. Okay, on to the question. And at this point, it's just a bunch of weird sounds and gibberish. Sorry, your accent just... I'm sorry. I'm currently working as a part-time swim instructor at my local swimming pool. I've been there for some time and have made a lot of new friends. One of these friends happens to be a girl, and I have developed a crush on her thanks to no small part to her insanely optimistic personality and good looks. However, things have become more difficult for me as I've never tried to date someone from work, and I'm worried that it might make things difficult if I went wrong, or if something went wrong. I had trouble in a past relationship about a year ago. It was really bad. Another problem is I'm already friends with her, and I can make a... Excuse me. Another problem is that I'm already friends with her, and I can make approaching the subject really uncomfortable. While I am 90% sure she's not in a relationship, I'm also 80% sure that she doesn't want to be in a relationship at this present moment. I'm also worried that my workmate might think of me if it does go wrong. I'm also worried what my workmate might think of me if it does go wrong. There's no age difference between us. We're both 18, but she is more of the outgoing partying girl, and I'm more of shy, let me stay at home and play my Dark Heresy D&D. I'm also very fit, but skinny and regularly go to the swimming pool to keep active, which also allows me to see her more often. Any advice would be greatly appreciated, and hope it's not too difficult to understand. Thanks, T. Rustworth.
To the young Rustworth, first of all, I'm a little concerned that you put the word girl in quotation marks. That could mean anything. But moving on past that, so the main thing that I picked up on is I'm 90% sure she's not in a relationship, and I'm 80% sure she's not looking to get into one. That sounds like a dude who is putting out like fake statistics, since you haven't even approached her and you don't know. So you're putting out fake statistics out there to talk yourself out of approaching her to avoid getting rejected. That's kind of what it sounds like. And to that, I would say, why do you want to be 80% sure? Like, you can just go up and you can talk to her and find out for 100% sure. And, maybe it goes your way, maybe it doesn't. But, even if there's a girl that doesn't want to be in a relationship, people make time for the things that are important to them. Like, sometimes there are things out there that I want that I don't know that I want. And if something really good comes along, then I'll make time for it if I really like it.
Yeah. So here's the dating your coworker is something we've touched on before. My answer has kind of always been, you have to prioritize your life. Is your job more important than the potential relationship with this person? If so, don't try and ask her out. Stop being in love with her or being attracted to her, whatever. However, if your potential relationship is more important to you than your job, then go for it, and there should be nothing to stop you. So that's how I always handle the workplace romance things. If you really care about your swimming job more than you care about the potential or whatever potential could come from the relationship, just stay away.
Right.
Other than that, Ryan nailed it. Like, whether you're not sure if she's dating someone, you're not sure if she wants to be in a relationship or not, ask her, hey, nice to meet you. We're both swim instructors at the same place. Wow, you're great. Do you want to go have tea with me? Because I assume you're in Scotland, that's what you do. You ask her out for tea and blood sausage, right? And then after you guys get your blood sausage, then you're like, well, you want to go out to the pub. And then you guys go out to the pub. Or don't, But, like, just do something about it. When you're 95 years old, you don't want to be, like, on your deathbed, be like, oh my god, that Rachel girl back from when I was 18 and a swim instructor when we had clean water on the surface of the planet. I really should have done something about that. God, I was such a little bitch, right? You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be on your deathbed regretting not asking her out. You'd rather be the guy who's like, oh my god, that Rachel girl, she slapped me so hard. I remember what pain feels like only because of that. Oh, well, that was hilarious. Now I can tell my kids about that story. Like, right? Isn't that a much better story?
I mean, rejection is just like figuring out a way that won't work, but it's not a failure. Like, there are guys who have better percentage chances with women, even if the guy looks the same or whatever, because guys get rejected and then they figure out what works when talking to women and what doesn't work. And so even if you get rejected and it sucks, it only sucks for like a minute or two. Assuming she's like not retarded and goes and talks to her friends, like, can you believe this guy asked me out, and makes fun of you afterwards.
You're not making it any better, Ryan.
In which case, you wouldn't have wanted to date her in the first place. But seriously, like the rejection doesn't really sting for that long, man. Just go for it. You'll be better for the next time.
Yeah. I think that's it, right? Just do it. Okay. Next question. Hi, I've been dating this girl for about 6 months now, and yet I still seem to be having problems in figuring out when she is in the mood for sex. In some cases, she will really seem in the mood, and then a couple minutes later, back out of the mood, and then a couple minutes later, back in the mood. How can I be sure she wants to have sex that night?
Oh, God.
When you answer this question, don't tell anybody. Send an email to me, and we'll write a book and make millions and millions of dollars. But on a more real note, why don't you stop worrying about when she's in the mood and put her in the mood? Like, take an active role in your sex life. For example, maybe she's not feeling that well. You could be like, oh, hey, sweetie, why don't I give you like a nice long massage? And then you spend like, an hour giving her a nice long sensual back massage. And then she'll be more relaxed and she'll be more in the mood. And then you can, learn how to seduce your woman. You don't want to be at the mercy of her whims, because it's like whenever she's just like in the mood, you have sex, that's pretty lame. And it's got to be pretty lame for her too. Like, don't you want to be able to, take an active role and make your woman hot for you, right? No?
I feel like, I don't know. I'm so far out of the game on this question.
Ryan's just rolling in sex whenever he wants it. Ryan is the woman in the situation.
I'm more like the woman in this situation, I guess. But, for real, like, it's your woman, right? I mean, have a talk with her at the very least, and let her know, like, look, it's clear that I want you more often than you want me. What can I do to, up my chances or to make you more in the mood? Like, communication is very, very key.
Yeah, like, learn how to send, sexy text messages. Not just like, lure, dick in the face, picture of your penis, but learn how to, like, look, the biggest sex organ in the human body is the brain. Like, if you can get turned on mentally, so much more, so easily. Learn how to turn your girlfriend on. Learn what her likes are, what her dislikes are. Learn how to be subtle. Learn how to be, a smooth operator with your girlfriend. It's surprisingly easy once you actually start trying. And, it might take an hour. You might be like, I just want to bone something right now. My penis needs to be in something. But chill the fuck out, dude. And take some time to get her to the point where you guys are ready to copulate.
Agree. And if she keeps giving you like a bunch of like, you can get like excuses sometimes. So like, excuses are just that. Like, if they want to do it, they'll find a reason to do it, and if they don't want to do it, they'll find a reason not to do it. Like, I read this online one time.
I read it on the internet. It must be true.
Yeah. Well, you can have the excuse of, I don't want to do it, I just got out of the shower. Or, I don't want to do it, I'm too dirty, I need to take a shower. Like, right? So that excuse is like completely mind-blowing if you think about it, because then there's no time ever to do it. But just, excuses are just that. You have to figure out the real reason. Talk to them. And if they are giving you bullshit excuses, call them out on their bullshit, man. Like, just be like, look, it's been X amount of days, and
yeah,
I need something that you're not giving me.
All right, next question. Hello, I am A1SO. I don't know if this is an acronym for something important or if
I'm gonna
that's just
Google
your
that.
online handle.
A1SO.
Yeah. You got anything?
Hold on. Uh, no, I'm gonna try Urban Dictionary.
Okay. So I got this problem with a girl that I'm not sure I want to date. Well, I'm sorry. Let me try this again. So I got this problem with this girl that I'm not sure I want to date, even though God, fucking spelling, guys. Even though I like her and she likes me. My fear is that this might ruin the friendship. Me, the girl, and two other boys, we're like the three musketeers, even though there's four of you. But let me tell you the full story. One day, all four of us get drunk, but especially her. We are like 15 if it makes a difference. One of the two other friends leaves, and the rest of us go to her house. Her, H-E-R, dude. Here is H-E-R-E. It's like the third time we've done that. Once we start watching a movie, and she starts kissing me. After a while, me and here start making out. I'm going to start just reading everything directly. A few minutes pass,
Okay.
and our other friend forced leave, which, thinking back on, I feel like a bad about. This happened 4 weeks ago, and we haven't officially gotten together. And even though we have a semi-romantical relationship, she likes me more than I like her here, which doesn't mean I don't like here. I'm happy with our friends with benefit types of relationship, but I'm afraid I'm being a douchebag by doing this. Also, the other two friends occasionally complain about our occasional flirting and this sort of thing. I hope you can help me figure out my dilemma because I'm fairly new to social business. All right, so you're 15. You and your friends all go hang out. You start drinking. You end up making out while watching this movie. Your other friends end up like leaving because you two are making out while you're watching a movie. That was 4 weeks ago. You haven't officially got together, even though you have a semi-romantic relationship. She likes me more than I like her. You
Mhm.
like her. She likes you more than you like her, and you're happy with being friends with benefit, and you're afraid you're being a douchebag about this. Okay,
Is he currently drunk while writing the question?
possibly.
That might be what's going on here.
Possibly. So number one, stay in school. You're drinking at 15. If this is from the U.S., it's wildly illegal. I'm not going to tell you not to because you're not going to listen to me. But stay in school and learn how to write better because it's really fucking hard to read this. But like
Yeah.
seriously, like stick to your English class. It will help you in the rest of your life. I promise you. Anyway, if you're what do you how do you deal with 15-year-olds making out with each other and getting confused about when to do things?
Okay, so like I feel like this question doesn't have. I feel like we can give general advice. It doesn't have to be tailored to a 15-year-old. So,
Yeah.
like, okay, here's the scenario: you go out, you have a drunken hookup with a female. Then after that, the female becomes clingy. That's kind of what's happening here, and you're not into it. So, in my opinion, a drunken hookup does not constitute anything other than a drunken hookup, and there should be no expectations there if none were talked about. So you have your drunken hookup, and she's like that, then just be like, it was a one-time thing. It was a drunken hookup. That's it. You shouldn't feel the least bit guilty about having a hookup and not wanting a relationship, unless you said that. But if you didn't say anything about a relationship and never came up, then screw it, man. Don't feel guilty. It just happened.
Yeah. I having a conversation would be good. Are you sure she actually wants a relationship with you? Maybe she just like wants to keep hooking up and you're misinterpreting that. And if you guys, did drunkenly hook up and now she finds that she has feelings for you, well, you need to address that. Like, she's only clingy if you are actively pushing her away and she's sticking with you. If she's like trying you and you're not pushing her away or you're giving her mixed signals, then she's not being clingy. She's being a rational person and you're being a jackass. So you need to have a conversation with her and be like, yo, you're great. I'm great. I want to I want to keep hooking up with you and doing all these things with you. And she's like, yeah, that's what I want. Then you're good. Or you can have this conversation like, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship, but I'm happy to bone. And she's like, no, fuck that. I want to be in a relationship. And you're like, okay, well, that's not for me. We need to go back to just being friends. But just like have an adult conversation. Also, you're 15. Use protection. Seriously, like you put a case on your cell phone. You had better put a case on your dick. Like, what the fuck, man? You don't want
I
to
know.
catch crazy shit.
Because seriously, those spelling genes do not need to be passed on right now.
Seriously. Seriously, go fucking buy some condoms right now. Stop watching, go buy condoms. Make sure you have plenty. You can get them for free everywhere. They're cheap. They're really fucking cheap. Just do it.
You can actually get them for free in a lot of places.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and, well, I'm not going to be your parents. If you're 15 getting drunk and having sex with girls or hooking up or whatever, making out, you're already there. There's nothing we can do to... Yeah, enjoy it. Be responsible. Make good life choices. That's all I have to say for you. How long we got? Oh, we actually need to start wrapping this up. We can do one more.
Okay.
One more from throwaway love bites 123 at gmail.com.
Is this going to be a troll question?
I don't know. Hi, I have feelings for a woman that I've known for more than 2 decades. What should I do?
This is a troll question, man.
Well, then, great way to end it. I don't know. I've known her since kindergarten, and I've gotten feelings for her for around a decade now. We have intimate moments, but I've never seen her date another guy from elementary school to college. I even live with her now. I've tried giving her hints lately. I've tried being completely honest about it. I've tried asking her brother for hints. No luck there. He always seems to be on the edge whenever I show up. Is this a good sign? I've tried asking friends, but her response ranges from muttered something I can't hear to understand, blaming, slamming the door on me, to, or blushing and slamming the door on me, to maybe, then blushing and slamming the door on me. Many people just straight up see us as a couple, and we never really date anyone else, but I can't seem to get her to say, I do when shit matters. Am I doing something wrong? Should I even care about a formal relationship? I'm happy with life as it is. I don't want to ruin it with what I consider to be a near perfect relationship with someone who I've loved for a long time. Should I be worried at all? Regards, a viewer. Hold on. You're not... This is a near perfect relationship, but you can't get her to even admit that you guys are dating? I take you 2 decades since kindergarten. I'm guessing you guys are like 19. Like you're in college right now, is what it sounds like to me.
So just to make Twitch happy, yeah, like, long story short, eject, man.
Eject.
Seriously? Okay, but for real though, okay, so if this dude hasn't even had the balls to come up and say, you know, admit how he feels, because he keeps looking for hints. He's looking for like a safety net so he doesn't get rejected, so it doesn't hurt when he asks her. So he's dropping hints and shit. Like, no.
Don't pussyfoot around
Dude,
it.
Stop dropping your hints. Stop, like, you've known this girl for 20 years. The longer you know somebody without letting them know that you're interested in them, I'm guessing the worst chance you have of actually getting a date with this person or actually being romantically involved, if, you know, you just go on, you're friends for 20 years. Like, no. So stop building it up. Stop building this relationship up, because if you haven't even had the talk, then it's nowhere near a perfect relationship. You don't even know what it is. And yeah, man, just
Yeah, seriously,
say
dude.
something or whatever.
You need to like confirm or deny this one way or the other. Like
Yeah.
now, like literally walk up to her, put your hands on her shoulders, say, "Hi, I really fucking like you. Can we go out on a date? Can you be my girlfriend?" And if she does anything other than say, "Of course, absolutely, why haven't you been saying this? I've been waiting for 20 years," there's no chance of anything happening. If she's like, "Ha ha ha," and walks away, fuck it, walk away. Like,
Right.
you abandon ship, and if then she's like, "Holy shit, I like you," actually, she'll come after you and chase you. Otherwise, like, she's just, like, no. Run as far away as you can.
Your other alternative is to drop hints for another decade, and then wake up to be a 30-year-old person who's dropped hints for 30 years and has gotten nowhere with it. It's not going to work.
Seriously, dude. Seriously. All right, well, that is it. That is it. We are out of time for Love Bites this week. We will be doing Love Bites next week. So if your question did not make it in, we will take care of it then. I think next week our guest will be one of my friends, either Jill or Patty. You guys don't know them, but they're friends of mine. Ryan, do you have anything else you'd like to say? End of the show?
Yeah, talk Neil into getting that eject emote. I see you guys clamoring for it in chat.
I
So,
don't
yeah.
even know what an eject emote would look like.
Give him the peer pressure. I don't either. I'm just trying to give you a hard time.
Do it.
That's
No,
all.
I prefer it when you give me a hard time. It's much
Oh,
better
yeah.
than when you give me a soft time. Like, really, what am I supposed to do with
Indeed.
that shit?
Nothing, man. Hard time or nothing. Go big or go home. But yeah, dude, thanks for having me on. I'll definitely be down to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah.
See, once you swallow, it's not that bad. Once you actually go through and do it.
I don't know about all that.
Just, All
gotta-
right, guys. That's it for our show. I'm headed off to PAX. I'll see you guys there. I actually haven't packed yet, and my flight leaves in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go pack and hop on an airplane.
Awesome, man. Have a good time at PAX. Later, guys. Thanks for
Watch
watching.
Ryan's stream. He's going to be doing shit later. What are you doing later?
I'm gonna play some ESO later tonight, but not right now. Like I'm taking like an hour and a half break, and then I'll play some ESO after
For the
that.
people on YouTube, where can they find you?
YouTube.com/Ryuzilla.
And twitch.tv/Ryuzilla.
Right. And my Twitter is at MLGRyan. If you guys ever need love advice, I mean, it's just going to be me typing in the word eject to you. But feel free to tweet me at MLGRyan.
Not at Ryuzilla, you sure?
Dude, if anybody has a Twitter hookup, a Twitter connection, I will love you forever. If you can take this Twitter handle away from this kid and give it to me. Like, it frustrates me, man. It really does. But anyway.
All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.